Meanwhile, speaking of three-letter government agencies like the FBI, we all love and trust these agencies. Of course, they've shown us they can be completely trusted at all times, and that they're worthy of our love. The IRS is hiring. This from you're thinking, well, wow, that'd be a good gig, right? I can make people's lives miserable. That's a great gig. So, if you're interested, this is from the IRS website, and what your major duties will be if you're one of the 87,000 people lucky enough to be hired by the IRS.
Okay.
Because they're more than doubling the size of their agency. The major duties: adhere to the highest standards of conduct, especially in maintaining honesty and integrity. Oh, that screams IRS. Work a minimum of 50 hours per week, which may include irregular hours. Be on call 24/7, including holidays and weekends. That kind of sucks. Maintain a level of fitness, of course, necessary to effectively respond to life-threatening situations on the job.
Wait, what?
Well, because here's the next thing.
I thought you were a bookkeeper.
You have to carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force if necessary.
Wait,
under what circumstances?
Which department are we talking about?
The IRS. This is not the FBI. IRS. Carry a firearm. Be willing to use deadly force if necessary. When would that become a thing?
They gonna get their money.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And be willing and able to participate in arrests, execution of search warrants, and other dangerous assignments. I have to admit, I wasn't aware of those responsibilities for IRS agents.
Well, they're working for you.
Yeah.
At the IRS.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And adhering to the highest standards of conduct, especially in maintaining honesty and integrity when using deadly force.
Don't forget, the IRS mission statement is to provide America's taxpayers top quality service by helping them understand and meet their tax responsibilities, and by applying the tax law with integrity and fairness to all. ... And to put a cap in your ass if you don't pay on time. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was freestyled a little bit there at the end. But I think the message is clear.
What part was the freestyle? Because
provide America's taxpayers top quality service.
Okay.
I believe that's where I was ad-libbing a little bit there.
I see.
This is dangerous, man. We are in some dangerous ground here. And don't forget, do not forget this about this garbage bill that is going to be rubber stamped by the House tomorrow and then signed immediately into law. There's going to be sparks flying off the old man's... Well, he probably can't move his hand that fast. So don't forget there was an amendment Republicans put out there that said that you would only audit... You would only go... These extra audits would be people making $400,000 and above. And every Democrat voted against that. Said, nah, we're still going after the poor people in this country. I mean, they're coming... Oh, my gosh. There was a story, a thread on Twitter yesterday that someone had posted that... I'll save it. I'll give it to you for tomorrow. But basically, the IRS took everything from this family. And it was the most... It does not feel like America.
Well, they've been called the most powerful collection agency in the world, but they're way beyond that. I mean, they're way beyond any kind of collection agency. They're an enforcement agency. I mean, telling their agents that they might have to use deadly force, and you got to be willing to do that if necessary. Wow. In what circumstance are you doing that? With tax cheaters? Isn't that what you're tracking down, essentially? You're not dealing with drug addicts. You're not dealing with gangs. You're not dealing with domestic terrorists.
I think that's what they look at as like.
Who are you going to gun down? Wow. And from my experience with the IRS, if there's anything wrong, they send you a letter. I've never interacted with an agent at the IRS. Not in person, certainly. Not an armed agent of the IRS. They've sent me certain notifications. I've gotten that before. But never have I seen anybody show up at my door who's armed and ready to use deadly force. When would that become necessary? I'd like to know. That is just chilling. And they're going to get 87,000 more of them. But don't worry about it. They're just there to mess with the bigwigs, the companies that are paying zero tax and making billions of dollars a year. That's who they're going to deal with.
Does it feel like your government is out of control?